It is visible.
Yeah, it is visible. Okay, so Pranav, before starting with your interview, I'll introduce myself. My name is Rohit Kumar Gaut. I stay in Pune and currently I work with BP, popularly known as British Petroleum. You might have seen GOBP petrol pumps. So the BP that is
Yeah.
mentioned over there, it is the same company which I work in, and it is an oil and gas company. And there I work as a Salesforce developer, and I'm having around 7+ years of experience. And before that, I was working in Java, and I worked on Java, JavaScript, HTMLs, and MySQL tools. And then I've shifted to Salesforce. So this includes Apex language, which is similar to Java. So pretty much similar to me, and that's all about me in the technical side. And I've worked with Cognizant, and then I moved to Wipro, then LTI and BP is my current company. So starting from the second company, I was involved in this hiring process, uh, assessing candidate for the junior roles or the entry level roles just after the graduation. So I've done active participation in that, and in my current organization, I used to take interviews of experienced candidates. So the candidate belongs to Accenture, TCS, and Cognizant also, because we as a product-based company hire these candidates as a vendors. So I am actively involved in that. So that is a bit introduction about me. So I'll just first go through with your resume. So I can see that
Yes, sir.
your name is clearly visible. You have put in your details very clearly. So this LinkedIn and GitHub, these links are clickable. If I'll click on it, will I be redirected to the website?
Yes.
All right. So that
Yeah,
sounds
sir.
good. All right. That sounds good. And the very first section that you have included is technical skills. All right. So this looks good, but there can be a one section where you can just write something like overview about yourself, or one liner where you can describe I am a skillful Java resource having worked on these many projects, and maybe if you are having a good academic percentage, that you can mention before technical skills. Okay, so directly
Okay.
jumping into technical
Just like
skills.
summary.
Yeah, just summary, yeah, profile summary, overview, whatever you will feel comfortable. Okay, so this will give me something, a good idea, like who Pranav is, right? So directly seeing the
Okay.
technical skill feels like the guy is too tech savvy. Like before that, we wanted to build some relations with the candidate, right? How we actually assess, and interview generally starts by having some informal questions like how are you, what are you doing, what are you currently pursuing. So this gives us idea also by reading the overview, what are the questions that we're gonna ask. So if I'll directly see the technical skills, that make me convinced like I should start with technical. But the good part is
Okay.
if you'll have some informal conversation with the interviewer, then you will also feel comfortable, and the interview who is asking you the questions will also be will take it lightly, right?
Actually, Actually,
Yeah.
sir, I have the summary section in my previous resume, but according to my previous experience, I just remove it because interviewer wants just straight what you are done, which kind of technology you are using. So just that's why I remove the summary section.
See,
Else, it is fine for me.
see, so that doesn't matter. Like if you'll remove it also, keep it also, but always keep overview section at the first. Like there are different kind of interviewers. Like for me, I wanted
Yeah.
to see your summary. Then you're gonna change your resume again. That is not a feasible solution, right? You should always be
Mm,
creating a resume in such a way that it should be readable, and people and whoever is reading the resume should make a connection with you. Okay, so if someone is asking you, they wanted to ask you the technical question directly. So then you tell your
mm.
technical skills. They have their resume, they can read it out. Okay, so if he has explicitly told you that I want technical skills, then you should tell it. He is not advising you to keep the technical skill at the starting. Okay,
Okay, sir. Right.
every interviewer and every person is different. Someone might be frustrated taking hundred of interviews, so he wanted to just directly come on the topic, just have some technical skills. Some are in good mood, some wanted to talk about your personal life, your contribution in your college, in your
Yeah.
day-to-day life, in your projects, right? So everything is different. So make it more interactive. And technical skill, anyhow people will come to your technical skills, because based on that only they're gonna hire you. Okay, so don't worry about that.
Mm.
Okay, so that is the first session. Okay, technical skills, fine. So seems like you have much experience on Java and on front-end technologies as well. I see React Native. And for developer tools, you have worked on Docker, VS Code, Postman, Cursor AI. All right, technical concept, RESTful, OOPS concept, database management. All right. Then you have mentioned your education. That seems fine. So you have done BTech in AI/ML and CGPA 8.20. Okay. So May 2026. So currently, are you have given your exam, or this is percentage of
No, it is the overall CGPA. Currently, I am in my fourth year of BTech.
fourth
Actually,
year
I am
of?
not graduated.
All right. So in May you will be giving your final exams. All right, got it. So so this college is based in Islampur, Sangli. Okay. So you're from Maharashtra, right? So
Yes.
second is your school, Maharashtra College, Junior College. Okay. All right. Then going to your experience. This experience is of what you are already doing internship in one of the company, GT Data Solution. Okay, that seems impressive. So if you're doing an internship, that gives a very good reflection of yourself, that you are already skillful and you are already contributing in the IT world. Okay, then your projects, blogs where time I'll go through it afterwards. I'm just reviewing your resume. Okay, can you scroll down a bit?
Okay.
Okay, so you mentioned three projects, that's more than enough. And then the leadership and extracurricular activities. So student association you were part of, and ECLRIT. All right, okay. Okay, now go at the starting. All right, okay, now we'll go on, with uh, your interview. So please start, Pranav, with your introduction, and I wanted to hear about your day-to-day life, how you start your life, and is are there any achievements that you have got in your college or in your current internship role? Please go ahead.
Okay. So, hi sir, my name is Pranav Nanayokar. I am born and brought up in Malkapur, Karad. Currently, I am pursuing my BTech from Rajaram Bapu Institute of Technology, Islampur. I build a strong foundation in Java, JavaScript, React, Node.js, Express. Also, I am confident in building a full stack application using one stack. I work on projects like blogging platform backend using RESTful API,
Mm-hmm.
responsive Netflix inspired front end, which has TMDB API for real-time data fetching, and currently working on a college portal which has student staff interaction. Also, one e-commerce platform named Train.
Mm-hmm.
My strengths include quick learning, problem solving, and working effectively in team. Currently, I am working with GT Data Solution as a software developer intern, and my goal is to work in challenging environment where I can apply my skills, learn new technologies, and contribute to success of the organization. That's it, sir. Thank you.
All right, so your introduction is perfect. I don't see any challenges over here. And did you answer my question? Like, have you done any? Did you got any achievements in your college?
No, sir, not
Okay,
explicitly, but I got certified as a Mun stack expert in my college. Actually, there is a workshop from the external teachers, so they conducted the Mun stack webinar for 3 days. So I got a third rank in that.
all right. So in that case, you can always say, yes, sir, I have been a part of multiple certifications and multiple groups that were going into my college, and I have participated in one of the workshop where I got third rank or whatever rank that you have said in that case. Okay. So say it very
Okay.
blissfully and very confidently. Okay. So
Yeah, sir.
when someone is asking about your achievements, never feel like I was not the topper of the college. I have not got so many certification. Don't think like that. Whatever you have done,
Mm.
if you have contributed in NCC, NSS, or any part of that, or any NGO or any
Mm.
outreach program, just say it confidently. I was a part of this, and I have led many programs over there, helping out the people. Okay, in that case. So this seems
Okay.
to be good. All right. So now coming to your engineering part. So I see it is in AI ML. So what all topics and what all projects you have done in your college, which includes this skill, AIML.
Okay, so specifically, I'm a computer science engineering student
Mm-hmm,
as specialization in AIML.
mm-hmm,
So, being with my second year, I work with the machine learning stuff.
mm-hmm,
Also, throughout the semester, I am confident in image processing stuff like that, handling data sets. Also, explicitly refactor the data set. Extract the error values, and then after my third year, there are multiple subjects like deep learning, NLP, sentiment analysis, and that stuff. Then there are part of some agentic AI tools. I also work with the N10 part, like agentic AI.
mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right, sounds good. Now I will slowly started going through your technical parts, and I see a lot of RESTful API word on your resume. Okay, so I am just giving you a perspective how an interviewer sees your resume and which question comes to his mind. Okay, so I see RESTful
Yeah.
word is used a lot in your resume. So obviously my attention will go over there, and I will ask you what is RESTful API. Can you please explain?
Okay, sir. So, RESTful API is a representational state transfer protocol, which
Mm-hmm,
means it follows the RESTful architecture for the development.
mm-hmm,
There are multiple protocols like SOAP protocol, REST protocol, GraphQL protocol, but specifically REST API uses a easy and output in the JSON format. So it has various methods like get, post, put, patch, delete,
mm-hmm.
which has its own benefits and
Okay.
work for the web applications.
Okay, so you have said that it contains various methods. So can you tell me the difference between put and patch?
Yeah, sir. So we use put for updating or replacing entire resource.
Hmm.
For specific patch, we are going to replace only field value of the resource.
Okay, or we can say it's a partial update. Okay,
Partial update, yeah.
all right. And why we use post? Post
Post is
method.
for
Yeah.
creating something new or sending data.
Okay. All right. So you know all the methods. That's a good part. And let's say you have made a transaction, you have created data or updated data. So what are the status code by which HTTP will tell you that it is a success or fail? What are the status code? Do you have any idea?
Uh, yeah. So specifically, status code are the three-digit number,
Mm-hmm.
which is from series like from 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. It has specific on its meaning. So
Okay.
for 100 to 199, it is a informational purposes. Then 200 to 299, it is for denoting success. Like for 200, it is for the okay, or 201 it is for created. Then 300 to 399 it is for redirectional purposes. For example, 310 it is for denoting moved permanently.
All
Then there
right.
are client error, which is from 400 to 499, which shows client side error. For example, 400 for bad request and 404 for page not found, etc. Then another is the on the range 500 to 599, which is a server error, which tells us there are some interval server error in the server.
All right. This
In
much
short,
answer.
in short,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
This much answer is more than enough. It sounds good also, and this is more than enough to answer this question. All right. Okay. Now, what are your current activities in your current internship? What kind of project you are working in, and what is your role over there?
Actually, sir, I'm not going to bluff, sir, but before 1 month I left from that company, so I need to mention the
Okay.
GTT as present in that company, or just add as a past experience.
All right, no worries. So, whenever you are answering this question, you have to say that I was a part of this internship from this period to this period. For example, from October 2025, if you have worked till
Mhm.
January 2026, just mention it over there, and just directly
Okay.
say it to the interviewer that you have worked for this much period of time, and after that there was no
Mhm.
requirement in the company or whatever reason was there. Okay, so that you can say,
Okay.
and further answering the question, you can add on like you can answer my question like what was the project and what kind of activities
Mhm.
you were a part in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I work with GTD Data Solution
Mm-hmm.
as a software developer intern. So
Okay.
being the first period, I assigned there are one specific role for AI Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
So there are total five Avengers. So my part is the handling the backend development. So
Okay.
there are multiple developers. So my task is automate their work so
Mm-hmm.
so they will feel comfortable with handling codes. They will get benefit from the new AI tools and help for their development. So I give them multiple suggestions, and they have some means legacy code pattern. So I suggest them to change something in that particular management. I suggest them to add some global error handlers and some automations. Then uh, automation stuff. So there are
Okay.
multiple things that I work with.
All right. So after this interview, what you will do, you will create some notes in your maybe in your laptop or maybe in your copy that these are the five activities that you were doing in your internship, so that next time you can directly say it without getting confused, order by order. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
And before that,
Okay, sir.
my question was like, what is the actual project? Can you describe in two lines maybe what was the whole application and how it is helping the GTT data, or maybe it is built for some other client. So how it was helping?
Okay. So I created a custom commands and rules for the cursor AI, which creates some legacy
No, no, this is
boilerplate
not my
code.
question. Sorry, Pranav. My question is the application that you were building it, how it was helping others.
Yeah.
For example, let's say there's Facebook. So Facebook is used to help connecting various people, sharing your photos and videos. So that is an application. So
Uh,
you were working for
yeah.
one of the application. I wanted to know what is the name of that application and what it was helping.
Okay.
Okay, that
Okay,
thing. Yeah.
the one of the application I work with, it is a RSF, which is Rajaram Bapu Sugar Factory.
Okay.
It is for the attendance purposes or for their own staff. So
All right.
specifically I work on the face recognition.
Mm-hmm.
So for the face verification attendance purposes, we need a mechanism. So we I built a Node.js which allows us to track the identity by recognizing the face. So I usually use the legacy pages for that purposes.
All right. Okay. So, so the starting will go like I worked for this client, Rajaram, maybe if I'm correct, and I built attendance management tool which helps the client to identify who all are putting their attendance and verified by their face. And in that, I have built a Node.js
Hello,
program or whatever
I'm
backend
audible,
technology.
sir?